Ashley Lamb.
And we are here with our opportunity proposal for Victor Mousetrap for our GSCM 510 Product Innovation course. A little bit about Victor Mousetrap. So they are a subsidiary of the Woodstream Corporation. They've been around since the late 1800s and originated in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Victor is known as the world leader in rodent control category. And they like to say, Victor knows more about how to help you get rid of them quickly and effectively so you get your life back sooner. Victor has over 2,500 products, and the customer market for this prototype is focused mainly in suburban and urban areas.
So moving into our look ahead for our prototype presentation, first we'll begin by showing our job mapping and outcome statements. We'll move into our business and community outcomes, talk about our PUG matrix and our criteria for that, our prototype process, finally our customer feedback and our voice of the customer, and then we'll review our final concept and prototype for Victor Mousetrap. So beginning with our job mapping exercise, starting off with this exercise, we really identified that job mapping helps companies analyze the biggest drawbacks of their products and services, helps them understand how customers currently use these products and discover opportunities for innovation. For us, we really needed to understand how job mapping is different from process mapping. And we were able to understand that the goal of job mapping is really to identify what customers are trying to get done at each step of the process, not what they are currently doing when looking at process mapping, for example. So starting with our statements, the task that we were trying to complete is really to remove the rodent from the house. Starting with our step 1, to unpack the mousetrap. Our outcome statements that we derive from that are really ensuring that the parts arrive in the mousetrap package and also that the instructions are included in the package for the customer. Our outcome statements with an asterisk are the ones we felt had the most opportunity for innovation. Moving into step 2 of our job mapping, assembling the mousetrap. Our outcome statements for that step are that the trap assembles as expected and also that the trapping mechanism functions properly. For our step 3, really placing the cheese inside the mousetrap, the outcome statements for this is that the cheese attracts the mouse, that the mouse is then able to enter the trap, and that once inside, they are not able to escape. Our step 4, that the mouse trap closes on the rodent. Our outcome statements are that the customer never sees the mouse, that they are secure inside the trap, and that the mouse isn't harmed or vice versa is killed. And another negative outcome statement that we came to from this step is that the mouse has the opportunity to escape with the cheese. And last, removing the rodent from the house. Our outcome statements for that are disposing of the dead mouse or versus disposing of a live mouse, disposing of the trap, and also cleaning the trap for reuse. And disposing of a live mouse, that was what we identified as having the most opportunity. So now I will pass this off to Tim to talk about our outcome statements that we felt had the most opportunity for innovation.
So we had 3 outcome statements that we really honed in on with the biggest opportunities. The first outcome statement was found in step 4 of our job mapping process. Mousetrap closes on rodent, never sees mouse, and that opportunity was that it doesn't elicit a negative feeling because the customer never sees the rodent. Our second outcome statement with the biggest opportunity was also found in step 4, that the mousetrap closes on rodent and the mouse isn't harmed. The opportunity being to innovate mechanisms to trap rodent safely. Our third outcome statement with the biggest opportunity was found in step 5, to remove rodent from house, dispose of trap. The opportunity being use recycled materials to manufacture trap so a customer can recycle instead of adding more to the landfill. Moving into our business and community outcome statements via a role-playing exercise, we thought about from a community perspective that the reduction of landfill waste was really important. We also identified the rodent reduction throughout the community being highly important and a positive outcome statement from the perspective of the community. From the business perspective, the recycled materials are cheaper to procure and potential partners exist who can supply the materials. So this gets us back to our circular economy and circular thinking exercises that we learned about earlier in the term. Additionally, from a business perspective, this would raise social awareness of green branding, which aligns with companies' values towards sustainable practices. We do utilize the Pew Matrix, which is a tool used to facilitate a disciplined process for concept generation and selection. So in this Pew Matrix, the criteria that we used was our 3 strongest outcome statements with the most opportunity, and we weighted them accordingly. The weight with the most bearing was the use recycled materials to manufacture trap so the customer can recycle instead of throw more into the landfill. And the result brought us to a product that was 100% recyclable, no-kill box. So the customer feedback and really honing in on the voice of the customer was really important in our process going forward. So there were a few of them that jumped out at us. For example, 4 out of 6 people that we received direct feedback from said that removing the rodent safely rather than exterminating it was very important to them. So we were able to capture the voice of the customer and really utilize that in our tweaking of our product going forward. A second one that was very important was we asked them, would you rather have a product that can be thrown away, recycled, or composted? And interestingly enough, we found that the customer would rather recycle it because some of our customers did not have a compost-friendly environment that they were currently habitating. And lastly, we asked and got 4 out of 6 responses where they would typically purchase these rodent removal products. And 4 out of 6 said local big box stores such as Home Depot, Target, etc. The product concepts that we came up with were, interestingly enough, we thought that a compostable no-kill box was going to be our number one going forward. But after our voice of the customer and customer feedback, we learned that it was really a recyclable no-kill box. So as you can see on the left, we have a rectangular box that is made of hard recycled cardboard with a small opening that has bait inside that once a mouse enters, it's unable to exit. On the right, we have a disposable kill box, which was our second product concept that we were moving forward with. In this example, It is also made from a hard recyclable cardboard that folds up, but a mouse enters through the one end and comes around, and there's a Victor mousetrap waiting for it on the other end. So this is a highly effective product, but it has a different result at the end that we found our customers weren't quite as interested in. They wanted something that was not going to harm the rodent. And that brought us to our final product concept, our 100% recyclable no-kill box. The target sales channels that we found were the big box retailers, such as Lowe's, Home Depot, Target, and Costco.
So for this product, some of the main takeaways and highlights that we were able to derive from our customer feedback and understanding the voice of the customer, as well as our PUG matrix and really understanding what the criteria was and the different weights for those, is that this product needed to be humane, so not killing the rodent in the process. Something that, as Tim mentioned, is 100% recyclable and also is available at a low cost with ease for setup. So in our process developing this product prototype, we used a CAD software to really just create a 3D rendering of our product so that we could start to visualize in real life what it would look like. And you can see that there's the door where the mouse enters, that's slightly ajar that Tim talked about, as well as the back of the product where the customer would be able to rip off a backing where the mouse could then run out safely. So this helped us really visualize what it could look like, also help us communicate to Victor Mousetrap the overall product concept. Thanks for listening. We think this product overall will provide new opportunities for Victor Mousetrap, really by adding a new product offering to their current mix of products. We feel that this product will be easily available at a low cost and will also work to reduce burden for the customer by taking a humane approach to rodent disposal and also being easily recyclable in their home.